from the Street League Skateboarding Nike SB World Tour.
B-Rod could have his victory, but we're going to need Nyjah to bail as well.
This is the tightest final ever heading into the big section. Less than 2 points separating the entire field.
This guy's one of the most clutch skateboarders in history.
Land a trick, and you take the overall lead, Chris Cole. His first Street League win ever. Today we come to you from the City of Roses, Portland, Oregon. Its vibrant downtown and creative culture is the perfect backdrop for the premier skate contest on the planet. The Street League Skateboarding Nike SB World Tour makes its Portland debut today as we come to you live from the Rose Garden. What's up, everybody? I am Brandon Graham, joined alongside my partner in crime, Felix Arguelles. Felix, stop 5 of the 7-stop tour. We're just a couple events away from that Super Crown Championship, so this is where you start to see the movers and the shakers. Chris Cole, who barely qualified in for today's final, getting that monkey off his back, the first win of his SLS career just a couple of weeks ago.
I mean, for Chris Cole to take so long to win an event here is a testament to the talent of skateboarding going on in the Street League.
And there will be some fans that say, yes, Chris Cole did win, but Nyjah Huston was not there. He had a rib injury that kept him out of Munich. Of course, he's been simply brilliant this season.
Now, Nyjah Huston is skating here, we would say maybe at a 90%. Still almost qualifying first, was just nudged out by Luan. He's looking strong.
But the one constant throughout this season has been Paul Rodriguez, who skated so well. He's got a couple of second-place finishes. Will today be the day?
Paul hasn't had his win this season. He's not going to give it away. They're going to have to take it away from him. He's definitely going to keep the pressure on these guys.
So Paul Rodriguez still looking for that first win of the 2013 season. Who will it be today? We'll find out momentarily. But let's take a look at the overall standings of the 2013 season thus far as we head into today's final. Sean Malto and Luan Oliveira surprisingly in that top spot. Again, Nyjah Huston, because he did miss an event, has dropped down, but each guy will be dropping a score.
It shows you sometimes you don't have to have that big win, but really stay consistently putting down those points, and it keeps you closer to the top.
Again, the top 8 skaters after event 6 will move on to the Super Crown World Championship. The fans here in the Rose Garden are ready. And we take a look at the finalists for today's final. The top-ranked qualifier, Luan Oliveira, skated out of his mind a little earlier in the prelim.
Unbelievable flow run, coming in at a 9, and just like having a huge big section as well.
And it's the heaviest of the heavy. Look at rounding out the top 8, Shane O'Neill, Sean Malto, Ishod Wair, and Chris Cole. This truly is anyone's game. We take you now to the Nike SB Streetscape for a format breakdown. Here in the final, each skater hits the flow section. They get 2 45-second run attempts where they can hit any obstacle on the course. We count the best score, but be careful, one skater will get eliminated. We move on to the control section where each skater gets 5 attempts, the best score counts, and again, another skater will get eliminated. You can hit any obstacle with the exception of the impact. We then end things with the impact section where each skater will get 6 attempts, the best 4 scores count. So your final score, 1 flow, 1 control, and 4 impact. So let's kick this thing off.
Listen to the roar!
Proper. Rose Garden on its feet as we get set to start. Stop number 5.
Look at that list of champions.
The
all
flow
our
section.
winners.
That's right. All 5 guys who have won a Street League event are in this final. Rare air, man.
Circle of champions.
Including that guy right there, just getting in. Chris Cole got his first win of his Street League career just a couple of weeks ago in Munich.
Setting it off with a ollie over the backside lip slide.
With that great follow cam from Chase at the barracks there.
Drifting kickflip to fakie. There's some energy here behind Cole.
You can sense it.
The Chris Cole grind.
Again, each skater getting 2 45-second attempts. We count the best score.
He just squeaked in the finals, but you would never know from how he's skating.
And Felix, he's getting so many tricks in here. 10 seconds to play with.
You definitely want to pack it in here in the flow section before you get to the impact section. Huge frontside flip over the bushes.
An amazing first run for Chris Cole to set it off.
That's the way he did it.
Now he averages a 7.4 in the flow this season, well above that an 8.0. Up next though, Ishod Wair making it back-to-back, got into his first ever Street League final in Munich just a couple of weeks ago.
He's really getting into a flow here with all the veterans.
Here are the Nike SB keys to success for the flow section. Time up your tricks. You've only got 45 seconds. Don't play it too safe, and of course, skate the course creatively.
Popping nollie heel flip right there, wedge to wedge. Backside nose blunt. No stop motion at all. That's the way you do one.
And Ishod starting things off right. Still got 15 seconds to play with here.
He's gotten a lot of tricks in this flow section. Kickflip backside tail slide, big spin.
Still holds on to it, Ishod Wair. He's gonna try and pop one more in.
If you guys were wondering how he made it into the finals, put your hands together for Ishod Wair.
Stomp that. Showing no signs of being a young gun out here. A 9.0!
Oh, Ishod joins the 9 club.
Just like that, Ishod Wair with the first 9 of his Street League career in his second ever final.
I love how he just jumped up onto the impact section midway through and frontside flipped that grass patch.
Amazing. Well, here is Sean Malto, again keeping the jersey consistency throughout this season. He's wearing Team USA with Huston on the back.
Another one of our past winners right here, flying through the course. Nollie to frontside feeble grind. Malto's looking real smooth, heading to our new obstacle here with the nose blunt over that mogul in the middle of the course. A little reminiscent of some Portland skating there with the transition.
Nailing that. Now the average score of the 2013 season to advance onto the control section has been a 6.3 in the flow. Guys are skating well above that right now, Felix.
Gap to frontside crooked grind right there. Way to end it strong for Sean right there.
So a great first run for Malto as well, and a solid 8. Putting himself up there with Chris Cole, and here now, Shane O'Neill. And this is a guy that a lot of people picked as a dark horse. I hate to even call him that, being as talented as he is. But this was a guy who can make some damage today on this course.
I mean, it's hard to call a past winner a dark horse or someone who's just so technically advanced as Shane.
That's the truth.
But sometimes, you know, these guys are their own worst enemy. They really raise the bar on what they expect from themselves. And, you know, you have to really find that balance here at Street League. Nollie heel flip crooked grind.
Again, the Street League format, 3 sections, flow, control, and impact. Each skater getting 2 attempts here in the flow section. We count the best score, but one skater will get eliminated.
Shane really putting it down here. Switch big spin heel flip, nollie crooked grind right there, front side.
He's got time for one more trick.
Switch flip backside tail slide gets away from him.
So maybe a preview of what's to come on his second attempt in the flow.
He had a couple bails, but he nailed some really strong tricks right there.
See how the judges scored, a 7.3. And no one is letting up thus far, Felix.
And if you're having bails and scoring a 7, you're really putting down some stuff.
So here's Torey Pudwill.
Kickflip backside lip slide.
Torey skated well this season, already been in a couple of finals, averages a 7.2 in the flow section.
Frontside feeble grind transfers over through that bending rail there. It's a tough one. Setting up for a big move here.
And Felix, this course is such a deviation from what we've seen as he holds on to it.
Goes right through the corner.
At Street League, so much transition out here today.
Yeah, like I was saying, we're in Portland. They wanted to bring some of the elements, you know, kind of burnside and some of the transitional elements into the course, really mix it up here at Street League. And these guys have made the most of it.
Including no rails, no hubbas in the impact section. Got to flip your board.
It's definitely going to make the difference.
So Torey's score coming in at a 7.3. These guys came to play, no joke. Up next, Paul Rodriguez looking for that first win of the 2013 season.
Starting off solid with the nollie crook grind. 360 flip. This is about as basic as you're going to see Paul.
Look at the subtleties in the course. Even the accents on the obstacles matching his shoes there with that tiger.
I mean, we could say Portland's the second home.
They love Paul here in Portland.
Heading for the A-frame rail here. Nollie cab. To switchback lip gets away from him. You're gonna hear me saying nollie, that's when you ollie off the nose of your skateboard. You're gonna hear me saying switch, like this switch flip attempt onto the hubba. That's kind of like, you know, switch hitter in baseball, batting with both hands. I mean, you know, both directions, throwing the ball with both hands.
Yeah, but we forgot what direction Paul is. That's how switchy he is.
Yeah, he's very comfortable.
So here is Nyjah Huston, the most dominant man in Street League. Won the first 3 events before a rib injury sidelined him in Germany. We're hearing word out of Nyjah's camp. Still a lot of pain and bruising from those ribs. We'll see how it affects him today.
Solid beginning to his run. Nollie nose blunt that he was dialing it in every time for the rest of the event. Gets away from him.
Uncharacteristic early miss for Nyjah there.
I mean, there's a lot of vibes here.
Yeah.
Good way to make up for it with that crooked grind up and down the A-frame rail.
Nyjah closing in on the final 10 seconds.
Nollie crooked grind gets a little sticky.
By the way, P-Rod's score came in at a 5.7 on his first run.
Picks up where he left off with that nollie to backside nose blunt slide. And the man that everyone's been talking about all weekend.
A course that looks like it was custom built for a kid with this much pop. Luan, Oliveira. Nyjah Huston's score coming in, by the way, at 5.7. Definitely going to jump that up on the second.
Luan is just skating so fast, so strong, with so much authority. It's almost like he's destined.
The confidence that we're seeing out of him today is something that I haven't seen all season long from him.
Yeah, he definitely has a different look on his face.
Well, it's just the bag of tricks and the preparation seem to be coming together for him this weekend. 10 seconds left. Luan, of course, our top-ranked qualifier heading into the final.
Equally comfortable on transition as he is on the, you know, the more flatter street obstacles.
Ooh. He was nailing that during the prelims.
One of the highest scored flow runs ever.
Yep.
You know, just fell apart this time.
So a 6.0 for Luan. When we come back, attempts number 2 from the final. Don't miss anything. The Street League Skateboarding Nike SB World Tour is presented by Nike Skateboarding and brought to you in part by GoPro, the world's most versatile camera, and by the Street League online store. Get exclusive Street League merchandise at shop.streetleague.com.
She was drunk on cheap champagne. We got bored with a
Welcome back to Street League Skateboarding Nike SB World Tour. Stop 5 live from the Rose Garden in Portland, Oregon, and the fans are on their feet. Probably because, Felix, we just saw some very proper flow section skating.
As they should be, we have all our winners, including our newest winner, Chris Cole, here in the finals. It's the winner's circle here at Street League.
GoPro course preview. And that was Sean Malto. Do that volcano, little ledge, doing that. Quarter pipe to bank, flat bar, ledge, optional. Go to A-frame to bar, AKA rail. Got a hubba, or you can go firecracker. Well, that would be the impact zone.
Well, thanks to Malto and Huston there for that perspective from the GoPro course preview. But let's take a look at the standings after one attempt in the flow section. And Felix, Ishod, Wair leading the pack. Probably wouldn't have predicted that at the top, but that's what happens when you get the first ever 9 club of your career.
That is so tight to see Ishod Wair, one of the rawest street skaters at the top right there.
So we begin with attempts number 2 in the flow section. Chris Cole starting us off, trying to best that 8.0 from his previous attempts.
Chris is trying to polish up that line. Drifting kickflip to fakie right there. The frontside 180 to switch feeble to straight. I call it the Cole grind.
Again, each skater getting 2 flow attempts. We count the top score. One skater will get eliminated from this section. You don't want to be in that 8th spot. And surprisingly, P-Rod and Nyjah, both 5.7s at the bottom.
Oh, kickflip, he drifted into fakie. I was waiting to see if somebody was going to go for that. And when the pressure's there, Chris Cole shines.
Chris Cole, if you need him. An outstanding 8.6 for Cole on his second run attempt, and he's picking up right where he left off in Munich.
Oh yeah, do you sense a Cole back-to-back?
It truly is wide open, Felix. All 5 guys who have ever won a Street League event are out here today.
It's the finals and the winner's circle.
So here's Ishod Wair. How do you follow up a 9.0?
Started up strong right there. Front 180 switch crook, fakie nose grind 180.
There's the score strip, as you see, name in white, currently skating, red, already skating, and black, you guessed it, yet to skate.
Ooh. Kickflip nose slide gets away from him.
So 20 seconds to go for Ishod.
Catches his hat.
Grab.
Ishod ain't worried about nothing.
Give me bonus points. Screams Ishod. Room for one more.
Everything gets away from him on that one. The hat, the board, everything. It's okay. He got a 9.0 on his first flow. He's going to keep that score.
And the only guy rocking shorts out here, Felix.
I'd say you get about an inch or 2 more pop in shorts, I think. That's why I'm always in shorts.
So a 5.4 for Ishod Wair. He will certainly hold on to that first score of a 9.0, staying in first place. Here's Sean Malto. How does he follow up that 8.0 from attempt number 1?
I mean, he averages a 7.1 in this section. He's going to have to do that or a little better. Keep in the mix with everybody.
Malto, arguably the most consistent guy out here.
People thought it was going to be challenging for him with the rails and the hubbas missing in the impact section. He's really made do with it. One of the best moves of the contest right there, that nose blunt in the middle feature.
So smooth as he comes up to that volcano one more time.
Stand-up nose grind, really putting it together here.
This is a great run for Malto.
Just enough time for a big ender.
Has it timed perfectly.
Boom. Oh, the hard flip stayed a little bit too sideways for him to pull back under him.
Bit of a challenge for him this weekend, that hard flip. An 8.1 for Malto, though, jumps up his score as he stays in 3rd place. And here is Shane O'Neill, who's no stranger to the 9 Club in the flow section. He did it in Munich a couple of weeks ago. How does he best a 7.3?
Ooh, the nollie flip crip gets away from him. Shane really has everything that it takes here, but he hasn't been able to put it together. This part of the run is so strong. 3 shove over the gap to gap, and the switch big heel gets away.
You know, we've always said with Shane, as talented as any guy out here, just has to make sure he's in the right state of mind.
It looks like it's just clicked off today.
Yeah. But he still has that 7.3 to hold on to as he tries to fit one more in. And that's going to do it for Shane's second run attempt. Undoubtedly, he'll hold on to that 7.3 as his score comes in at 3.7.
Some strange faces towards the bottom if you look at the leaderboard.
That's right. Paul Rodriguez and Nyjah Huston in that bottom spot. I doubt either one of them will be there for long.
Torey saves that kickflip backside lip slide. It stuck a little bit on him, but he wrestled it off the ledge. Ooh. Once again, the smallest thing can make something totally fall apart. The frontside feeble grind, the wheel fell off the rail, and he just slid into board side and he lost it.
Torey had a 7.3. He's got 15 seconds here.
Good comeback with the rail slide up the rail.
No one sits on those rails quite like Torey. Have room for one more trick.
Backside Smith grind through the corner, maxed out.
So he stomps it out after a little trouble earlier in the attempt. We'll see how the judges scored a 6.1, so he will hold on to that first score. Really putting the pressure on these bottom 3 guys, including Paul Rodriguez, who's sitting at the bottom, a 5.7, and Felix, I gotta believe, he ups that score here and now.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of pressure on this kid right here. Nollie crooked grind, tray flip. Paul's extremely methodical with his lines. Gap to backside, tailside to straight. There we go, Paul cleaning up everything.
It would be shocking to not see Paul move on to the next section. And he's doing his best to make sure that doesn't happen.
One of the biggest moves of his flow run right here. The nollie cab to switchback lip.
So precise. And still has 10 seconds, P-Rod.
Switch backside Smith grind. The level of difficulty in those 2 last tricks is so far beyond what's going on here today.
So after a disappointing first attempt, Paul puts together one of the best runs of the day, an 8.1, saving himself off from elimination as he gets into 4th place. Let's take a look at the GoPro replay on P-Rod's last attempt.
Switch stance backside Smith grind executed to perfection down that hubba.
That was the GoPro replay there. Here is Nyjah Huston, who is currently on the bubble position. I don't know that we ever say that about Nyjah Huston. Needs a 6.1 or better to advance.
It's looking like a similar run there. Backside Smith grind on the quarter pipe from Nyjah. We could say that's pretty rare. Nollie to backside nose blunt slide. Gets away from him again.
You think Felix, that rib injury's bothering him?
I mean, that's kind of an awkward trick right there. He could have maybe just gone with the backside nose blunt slide, but upping it to the nollie back nose blunt slide. He's just looking for some extra points.
Ooh, another miss.
He has to go big here with one push. I guess when you got hard flips like that, why not?
Nyjah showing you how a hard flip is done. He needed a 6.1 to jump out of that 8th spot. We'll see what the judges give him. A 6.8, so that puts him up in the 7th. But he's not out of the woods yet. That puts Luan Oliveira in the 8th position.
Is Luan gonna nudge Nyjah?
Luan would need a 6.9 or better to stave off elimination and knock out Nyjah. Does he have it in him?
Hopefully Luan is just skating and has not done too much math here. I mean, sometimes, you know, you get really heady when you got to know all those little idiosyncrasies of the event.
But Felix, this never happens to have our top dogs potentially on the outside looking in from the start of the contest.
Well, we were talking about an injury. Maybe that injury is playing a factor here more than we knew.
How's this looking so far? Is he on point?
Real solid. Frontside flip on the quarter pipe. Luan is just so comfortable on a skateboard.
Stopping that.
You know when you see those people that were born to do something? That's what we're witnessing here.
Nyjah has to be nervous now. Final trick for Luan.
And I do think...
What do you think, Felix?
I do think he nudged Nyjah.
This would be an incredible chain of events if Luan can score a 6.9 or better, a 7.8. Luan moves on, and amazingly, Nyjah Huston has been knocked out of the final.
Nyjah's first flow section ever he's been eliminated from.
This is the earliest Nyjah has ever been knocked out of a Street League contest. This is incredible. No one could have predicted this.
Luan is back on track.
So we take a look at the scores with the flow section officially in the books. Ishod Wair leading the way. But of course, the biggest storyline is Nyjah Huston unable to move on in the contest as he gets eliminated.
Ishod Wair on top.
No one could
so
have
exciting.
predicted this. Ishod Wair in first place, and our Nike SB moment of impact, Luan Oliveira.
just flowing through this course effortlessly.
And you know what? We call that showing up, Felix. He needed it on the final attempt, and he did it. Well, let's go down to the third member of our team, Jordan Whitley, who is out on the course with Nyjah Huston.
Thanks, guys. Well, Nyjah, we're all still trying to process that you will not be moving on. What happened out there?
I don't know. It was just that one trick on the nollie back nose blunt. I felt so good for the rest of my run, and then I was just going a little too far over the rail, maybe a little too much speed. But what can you do? It's skateboarding. We all mess up.
All right, thanks so much, Nyjah.
No problem.
Guys.
Again, a shocking chain of events. Big Apple captains Robinson Cano and David Wright lead the way as some of the best sluggers in the game are back on ESPN to see who can conquer the walls of Citi Field and be crowned this year's home run champ. The Chevrolet Home Run Derby, Monday, July 15th at 8 on ESPN and also live on Watch ESPN. When we come back, the control section. All the best tricks going down. Stick around. Well, the most insane athletes from around the world gather in LA for the X Games. ESPN's exclusive coverage begins Thursday at 9. Witness the most daring skateboard and Moto X tricks on Earth. X Games Los Angeles, Thursday at 9 on ESPN and also live on Watch ESPN. Street League will be out there, that's for sure.
I get to walk to that one.
Well, they say Rome wasn't built in a day, Felix. Nor was this course, but it came pretty darn close. Look what California Skate Parks pulls off in a little less than a week.
I think Joe C could have built Rome in a couple days.
Joe C from California Skate Parks putting it down. The madman behind this course. And it's a thing of beauty. You are watching Street League Skateboarding Nike SB World Tour Stop 5 live from the Rose Garden here in Portland, Oregon. And it has been incredible thus far. Nyjah Huston, the big story, getting knocked out early. And here is the start list for the control section. It's Shane O'Neill leading the way.
I mean, Shane was looking a little shaky in the flow section, but he managed to get himself in there. This control section, he's really going to be able to showcase what he's about.
Well, let's check out the come-up presented by Nike SB, who goes to none other than Torey Pudwill, who put it down in prelims to get into the final.
Just banging out solid moves right there. That backside nose blunt slide. Maxing out the backside Smith around the corner. Nollie backside kickflip. And then the nollie frontside kickflip. Such a hard trick to pop and drift so far. Not for Torey.
So that is Torey, the come-up, presented by Nike SB. Again, the control section, each skater getting 5 attempts, and we count the top score.
Now these guys are looking to average a 7.6 or better. We've had a couple guys come out of here at 8.3.
And this, Felix, traditionally is where we see some of the gnarliest tricks go down at Street League, because this truly is,
oh yeah, we're gonna see some nines.
A best trick contest. Here is Shane O'Neill starting us off in the control.
Way to start it off. Big spin backside tail slide.
And again, they can afford to kick away a couple because all you need is one. So he'll work on that trick. Here's Torey Pudwill. He's starting off the quarter. We'll see where he goes.
Feeble grind up the ledge, and he's hopping out onto the bench to lip slide.
So no score for Torey. Here's Luan Oliveira, who actually has a 9.7 in this section a little earlier this season.
Nollie hard flip, nose slide, totally stuck. Let's get some wax on there, Luan.
The bails seem to be contagious. 3 consecutive misses to start the section. Here's Paul Rodriguez to break the trend.
No switch flip backside tail slide, it looked like.
It's a little shocking to see 4 straight misses here.
Well, these guys are gonna play it a little bit riskier here because they got a couple extra tries, and they're really just trying to do the one best trick they can.
And here's Sean Malto, a couple years removed from his Street League championship. He sits in 3rd place.
Sean is heading towards the A-frame rail. Oh, overcrook to nollie flip out.
Sean got the first 9 club of his career in the control section of Munich just a couple of weeks ago. But here is Chris Cole, won his first Street League event in Munich, trying to repeat.
Super creative skateboarder, frontside tail slide, the switch backside 5-0, 180 out.
Okay, Chris Cole shrugs his shoulders.
What, a 9?
What do you want from me?
We had like 3 tricks there.
An 8.8, oh so close, Felix, jumping him up in the first place. The first make of the section.
Way to set it off. Look at this frontside tail slide of fake. He hops out to switch backside 5-0 and still comes out backside 180 as well.
How many tricks in that combo?
That was a tongue twister. I can't believe I spit it out in one try.
Amazing. Ishod Wair rounding out the first attempts of the control section. Skated so well in the flow.
Ishod, frontside 180 switch crook, the frontside half cab out. It's another really rare one right there. It's tough going down.
Wair, making you think that he's been in finals his entire
9.1.
9.1. Ishod
is just smirking
with
the whole
another
contest.
9. His second 9, a 9.1. Check out this great angle.
So
of
frontside
Ishod's
180.
9.1.
Lands in a switch crooked grind and frontside half cabs out, completing a full 360.
Unbelievable. The youngest cat out here, looking like a crafty vet. 2 9s already.
His highest career scores in these sections.
Amazing. After having no 9s in his Street League career, he's already got 2, and the day's not even halfway over.
I like the little exciting snap. He's motivated.
So here's Shane O'Neill for attempt number 2 in the control section, looking for a make. Again, one skater will get eliminated from this section. You don't want to be in that 7th spot when the dust settles.
Big spin backside tail slide. Now, that's kind of an ambitious choice right there with that curve rail coming in at the beginning of that bench, and that trick he's choosing takes some carving action to get into it. Could be kind of tough.
If he does land that, where do you see that score going?
If he just plays it off to fakie, I see it in the 7 range. If he does something out of it, I see it a little higher in the 8s.
Well, here's the Nike SB keys to success for control. You want to try the most difficult and innovative tricks. You only get 5 attempts, so you got to go all in.
And this is the showcase for the innovation right here. You see Torey feeble grinding up the rail and then jumping out to the bench, actually making total use of that obstacle right there, how Chris Cole did.
Well, the average score in the control to move on this season has been a 7.5, so keep your eyes on the scores. Here's Luan Oliveira.
Nollie hard flip nose slide.
Wow.
Now, in the past, he's done a shove it off of that, so possibly he may upgrade that trick.
You're right, you're right. An 8.2, get his landing and see if he can add that variation on to jump up the score.
And sitting in an 8.2 is not a bad seat.
So here's Paul Rodriguez in search of his first make in the section.
Switch flip backside tail slide. Textbook Paul Rodriguez move.
He makes it look so easy, and that is one of the toughest tricks in the world.
8.8.
An 8.8 for Paul Rodriguez, jumping him up into 3rd place. He can only go up from there, but he does get that trick off his back.
That's really good to see because I can't wait to see what Paul's gonna try to pull off afterwards.
So here's Sean Malto.
Now Sean's going for an over crooked grind where he ollies over the other side and crooked grinds, and then nollie flips off the rail. With the rail going downhill, it makes it that much more challenging because everything happens so much more faster.
And Malto being so consistent, he's already missed that a couple times. I can't imagine him missing him too many more. Here's Chris Cole. He's sitting in 2nd place. Have that 8.8. What's he got for an encore? Wow. That'd be heavy if he can land that.
It must be kind of strange to be sitting on such a high first trick, and then what could I possibly do? You still have to do 4 more tricks.
Yeah. Ishod Wair feels your pain. How do you follow up a 9.1? How do you follow up the highest score of your career ever?
Looking for a nollie heel flip nose slide. I seen him trying nollie heel flip nose slide to big spin out. That could challenge that last 9 of his.
So here's Shane O'Neill, has yet to land something. Attempt number 3, he's sitting in 7th.
Going for that big spin, backside tail slide, big spin out.
And he holds on to it, Felix.
Wasn't totally perfect, but enough to get a good score, good make.
That should definitely bump him up, an 8.7. The judges think so, all the way up into 4th, nudging Torey Pudwill skating up next into that 7th bubble spot.
Torey needs this right here. Feeble grind, lip slide, oh, slides off. Looks like he could maybe use a longer bench for that trick. By the time he actually sits in the feeble grind and is able to jump out, most of the bench has passed by already.
There's 3 straight misses for Torey Pudwill. Here's Luan Oliveira. How's he follow up in 8.2?
Nollie hard flip, no slide, big spin out!
Okay.
9 club!
That's a 9. It's gotta be a 9.
Ding, 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 ding.
An incredible trick for Luan Oliveira.
9.2.
HST in the section today. 9.2 Luan Oliveira. Jumping him up into 3rd place. 9 clubs.
Look at the form here. Nollie hard flip, flips the board behind him.
Big spin out.
Shove it off the end, big spin. Behind him as well. So much control.
Luan is skating like a man on a mission.
Oh yeah. It's looked like it all weekend long, and it's really coming together here.
Already a couple 9s. Can P-Rod out of 3rd?
I think Paul's cooking up a switch flip, switch backside Smith grind right there.
So no score for Paul. He does have that 8.8. Arena's still buzzing though. Ishod's got a 9.1. Luan's got a 9.2. Malto's trying to land this trick. He'd love to get back into the 9 club.
Malto's sticking to his plan here, but really I have to say this is a difficult trick he's asking for. Oh man, to perfection!
Yo, his ears were ringing, Felix.
I mean, the stuff that these guys do on a skateboard nowadays is just so incredible. 9.5?
9.5 for Ishod Malto, the highest score of his career.
This is looking like the KC finals early.
A 3rd 9 here in the control section. Check out this 9 club replay.
Ollie's over to frontside triple grind, locked into it, and Nollie flips out to perfection.
He heard you say that he couldn't do it, Felix.
No, I did not say he couldn't do it. I said it's extremely challenging in a tall order. I never doubt my homie, Sean Malto.
Pick your poison. A 9.5 for Malto, catapulting him up into 2nd place. Here's Chris Cole. He's already got an 8.8.
Frontside 270 ollie, a long way to switch backside lip slide. He had that for an old ad.
The 9s are contagious. A 9.4 for Chris Cole.
I think it's the 2nd time he's ever done it in competition. Unbelievable.
Amazing. The 4th 9 of the control section, the 5th of the day.
So much control right there. Look at this. Frontside 270 ollie, lands in a switch backside lip slide, and comes out to faking. So much control.
Everybody's getting their invitation to the 9 club party, Felix.
Wow. Where's Ishod going? He's heading to the bench. Now he'll flip nose slide. Big spin out, a little under big spin.
So if Ishod can land that, where's that get him?
It'll be pretty close, man. It could be another 9 for him.
So no score for Ishod there, still holding on to that 9.1. And all 3 attempts, or excuse me, the first 3 of 5 attempts in the books of the control section. And it's Ishod Wair just holding off Chris Cole, but the story thus far, all the 9s going down in the control section.
I mean, the ISX system is just spitting out these scores instantaneously. It's so hard to keep up with everything. It's amazing.
Chris Cole and the rest of the guys keep battling in the control section when we return. ESPN's yearly award show, the ESPYs, is back. Celebrate the year's greatest athletes, teams, and plays. Relive the amazing moments and championships, and honor the unbelievable achievements by the athletes as voted by you, the fans. The ESPYs, hosted by John Hamm, Wednesday, July 17th at 9 on ESPN, and also live on Watch ESPN. You are watching live coverage of the Street League Skateboarding Nike SB World Tour. That is our current leader, Ishod Wair, who's already got a couple 9s in the bank as we're midway through the control section. And it's really the elimination story at this point, Felix. Nyjah got knocked out in flow. Torey Pudwill in danger of the same as he sits on that 7th bubble spot.
And the determination story with Ishod Wair on top.
No one could have predicted this heading into the final. And we are in store for a great rest of the section and really a great rest of the final. And the fans here in the Rose Garden are pumped. And Felix, to give you an idea how crazy it is, half of the landed tricks in this section have been 9s.
This control section really brings it out.
And never been done, it's never been seen. Here's Shane O'Neill sitting in 6th.
Nollie flip crooked grind, nollie flip out. Didn't exactly lock in the crooked grind. I think that's why he couldn't get that flip out.
So Shane sticks to that 8.7. Here is Torey Pudwill, who is in that bubble spot. Needs an 8.8 or better to move up.
He needs to nail this solid, and that was pretty solid.
Did he hear you?
8.8 is gonna be tough though.
Let's see how the judges score it. A 7.7, all that work, Felix.
He looks up at the Jumbotron, does the math, and sees he needs something else.
So he'll have to wait another attempt. But here's Luan Oliveira. Last attempt, put down a 9.2. What's he got for a follow-up?
Half cap heel flip, nose slide, doesn't lock on there.
A little frustrated with yourself, are we? But that's been that kind of day for Luan. I mean, he's just been in that sort of zone where he's expecting to make that.
Yeah, he skates with another level of confidence.
So here's P-Rod.
Switch flip, backside Smith grind. That's a 9.
And just so smooth, so subtle. You would have no idea how difficult that is.
9.3.
A 9.3, Felix, another 9.
Paul Rodriguez
ASX
looks
is
up.
just spitting out these instant scores. Take another look of a great angle
Switch
here.
flip and just locks it in that backside Smith grind. So dipped. Paul looks up at the Jumbotron and goes, believe that.
Yo, we are keeping our judges and the instant scoring guys busy over here with all these 9s coming out. This is a record control section. Paul Rodriguez back in the 9 club with a 9.3. Here's Sean Malto, who has the highest score of the contest thus far, a 9.5. I don't know how you top that.
Heading to the mogul with the huge hard flip. I think he could have put that one down. Was that just a check right there? We're gonna see the next one?
Well, it's so good when you get a big score under your belt because you can afford to take some chances. Here's Chris Cole, currently sitting in 2nd place, skating with as much confidence as we've ever seen out of him.
What else does he have? 360 flip nose blunt.
Wow!
That's another 9.
Chris Cole, can it be back-to-back 9s? A 9.1!
The level of skateboarding going on here is insane.
And Felix, as we take another look at this 9 club replay, he's already got a 9.4. He's got to throw this one away.
360 kickflip, stops it at 270 and locks it in a nose blunt slide and comes off effortlessly.
6 9s already landed in the control section. Incredible performances from top to bottom.
Could there be a back-to-back Cole? He just had to chip that first one off.
And he's just going to go on a run. Sure feels like it today. Here's Ishod Wair. He's already got a 9.1.
Oh. Kickflip frontside nose slide, and he tried the big spin out of that. These combination tricks are really going to take it to the next level, or just something new and totally solid.
Close to stomping that one out. So here's the pressure cooker. Shane O'Neill, he's in 6th. He's got an 8.7. Would love a higher score to give himself a little bit more room, knowing that Torey's gunning for him.
There's nothing wrong with some insurance here. Nollie flip crook, nollie flip out, gets away from him.
So he cannot put that one down. So it comes down to this. Torey Pudwill needs a make of 8.8 or better, or he gets eliminated.
Where's Torey heading to try and find a 9 to nudge out Shane O'Neill? Coming in hot right here. Nollie flip board slide. Don't know if that's going to be a 9.
Nerves of steel for Torey Pudwill. Is it enough? An 8.4. Oh, so close, Felix, but with that, Torey Pudwill
kind of laughs it off.
Hey, you know
good
what?
Sport.
But you gotta love it because he gave it all he got.
And I mean, you know, if you don't slay your Grizzly teammate, that's okay.
So with that, Torey officially eliminated. Shane O'Neill is safe. And here's Luan Oliveira in 5th place, already has that 9.2.
Half cab heel flip. Ooh, crooked grind. I think he was looking for a nose slide. A little disheveled, but no need to be so hard on yourself. You're looking good going into the impact section.
So he doesn't stick that one. Here is Paul Rodriguez, who already has a 9.3 from his last attempt, sitting in 4th place.
Oh, switch back tail, switch heel flip out.
What kind of score are we looking at there?
I mean, that's just another 9. Paul's he just stays trying tricks in the 9 level intersection.
P-Rod will hold on to that 9.3 on his 5th and final attempt. Here's Sean Malto.
But how about Ishod Wair still on top? Ooh, a hard flip gets away from him. A little bit too much flick on that one.
Malto showing the pop though.
Yeah, definitely was up there. He had the clearance. The shove was a little off.
So here's Chris Cole. Back-to-back 9s. Could we see 3 consecutive 9s out of Chris Cole?
Where's he heading now? Backside nose blunt. Oh my goodness. Backside nose blunt. Nollie backside heel flip out. Man, Chris Cole is showing out today.
So Ishod Wair sitting in the top spot
all day long.
All he can do is add points. Can he up the 9.1?
Oh, that was close. He had everything going for him, and then it edged over.
So 4 straight misses, but it's all good for Ishod. As he stays in the top spot, we are 2 sections in, just 1 to go. Can we see some history with Ishod Wair gunning for his first ever Street League victory? It's tied up at the top. So Shane O'Neill was able to stave off elimination as he moves on. Torey Pudwill getting eliminated. Let's check out the Nike SB moment of impact. Of course, Ishod Wair holding the lead in both the flow and the control.
I mean, really showing you why it's called the flow section. He just flowed through the entire course effortless. Frontside ready to switch crook, frontside half cab out. You never see that in a contest.
So
Torey showing him some love.
After making his first final ever just a couple of weeks ago, Ishod Wair in the lead heading into the final section of the contest.
It's nice to see some of the rookie type guys really figuring this out,
yep.
Adding some heat to the vets.
Yeah, only his 2nd season in Street League. Just a couple of remaining stops left in the season, including Street League at X Games, August 1st through 3rd, and then of course the top 8 advance to the Super Crown World Championship on August 25th in Newark, New Jersey. So the fans here in Portland getting everything they could ask for so far. Let's go down to Jordan Whitley, who's out on the course.
All right, guys, well, the floodgates have opened early here for the most intense control section we've ever seen. 7 9s. You look at the scoreboard, this is what the athletes see. You got them all lit up right here, and Chris Cole is on fire. Sean Malto is just blown away, and of course, he got the highest of his career. So we can't wait to see what happens next, guys.
Thank you, Jordan. That's right. It all comes down to this. When we come back, the final 6 take on the impact section. You don't want to miss this. Big Apple captains Robinson Cano and David Wright lead the way as some of the best sluggers in the game are back on ESPN to see who can conquer the walls of Citi Field and be crowned this year's home run champ. The Chevrolet Home Run Derby, Monday, July 15th at 8 on ESPN and also live on Watch ESPN. Welcome back, everybody, to Street League Skateboarding Nike SB World Tour, and we're in Portland, Oregon, who've been an incredible host city as we make our debut. A lot of fun out here, and the Rose Garden has just been the perfect venue for this incredible Stop 5 of the league season. What's up, everybody? Once again, Brandon Graham joined alongside Felix Arguelles, and Felix, I'm still trying to catch my breath from that insane 9-club showing in the control section. 7 9s total.
I mean, the rookies are really taking it to the vets, and I love seeing Chris Cole bring that energy from his win right into today.
And it was Ishod Wair who's still leading the way through 2 sections in just his 2nd ever final.
Speaking of the rookies, there they are, shining.
And Sean Malto able to pull it down. Chris Cole, like you said before, gunning for that 2nd consecutive win. P-Rod looking for his 1st of the season. And it's really going to come back down to this impact section. What can we expect?
I mean, it's the winner's circle minus Nyjah.
That's so true.
So it's going to be a shootout right here.
Yeah, we are absolutely looking forward to it as we take a look at the standings now. It's Ishod Wair leading the way, just a 1/10 of a point ahead of Chris Cole. But again, the impact section is the great divider where we find out who will stand victorious. And I gotta give it to Ishod Wair. In just his second ever final, he's showing no signs of slowing down.
Now, Ishod's from Philly. He's skated that Love Park gap. The Love Park gap is a lot bigger than this, so he's not feeling uncomfortable in this impact section.
So here is the start list for the impact section. Again, each skater getting 6 attempts. We count the 4 best scores. It will be Shane O'Neill kicking things off. The Nike SB keys to success here in the impact section. Go as big as you can, land the 4 biggest possible tricks, and put it all on the line. And as we alluded to from the top, Felix, this is such a unique impact section. No rails, no ledges, blast off time.
They're really gonna have to work for it here. I think the 9s are gonna be a little more rare here.
So here's Shane O'Neill with the first attempt in the impact section.
Way to set it off. Nollie backside heel flip.
Shane O'Neill sticking to the script. A 7.6, jumping him up into first place, and I know you love to call this the ping pong effect as we start to see guys bouncing in and out of that top spot.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to bail too much right here. It's going to cost you a tough spot.
Here's Luan Oliveira, attempt number 1.
Ooh. Well, you drop your low, so hopefully that's about as low as it's going to go for him.
Coming in hot was Luan. Again, you can kick away a couple. Here is Paul Rodriguez. He's already got a couple second place finishes. There you see his highest scored trick was a 9.6 at last year's championship.
Switch flip. Paul sticking to the plan.
And Felix, that's just a pro doing what a pro does. A 6.3. You do want to go big, but it is vital that you land those first few tricks to get those points on the board.
We can call that one insurance right there.
So here is Malto.
That hard flip had so much hang time, he just couldn't straighten it out, though it stayed sideways. He's gonna go for that one again.
Yep, Malto, it doesn't usually take too long to nail a trick. Here's Chris Cole looking to repeat.
Perfect 360 ollie.
And that'll help. That's something he has on lockdown. As we said, he won just a couple of weeks ago in Munich, a 6.5, catapulting him into the top spot. Check out this great angle here.
Now that 360 ollie, Chris Cole's gonna come back with a back 3 flip, I believe. He's gonna be going for it here.
So here's Ishod Wair just studying the scores, goes, hey, I was in first place. What happened?
If Ishod holds on to this, he's gonna get a golden ticket to the finals. Ooh, switch frontside flip got a little sticky on his foot, and he just shot it away from himself.
So here's Shane O'Neill. We begin with attempts number 2 in the impact section. Had a 7.6. Another make here would be key.
Switch tray flip. It looks like he might have been thinking about a switch double tray flip, because it hit his feet surprisingly quick.
Eerily similar to what we saw a couple of weeks ago in Munich at the end. Here's Luan Oliveira.
Pick it up where he left off with a perfect frontside big spin. Back on track.
That score there will jump him up a 7.0 all the way up into second place.
Really putting some pressure on these guys.
So here's P-Rod, already has that 6.3. All he needs to do really is land a trick and he regains that top spot. Paul Rodriguez.
Switch backside flip. No need to be so upset, Paul. You're good. You're good there. You rode away clean.
And you could see the crowd here in Portland at the edge of their seats because they know it's go time. A 7.4
back on
Paul
top.
Rodriguez back into first place.
Let the Street League shuffle begin.
So here's Malto. Will he go back to the trick? After a first attempt miss.
Huge hard flip. Leaning a little bit back on it when he landed, and he fell off his board.
Well, he'll probably try and go back to that one more time, but that's his second miss. He cannot afford another one. Remember, we count the 4 best scores out of the 6 attempts. Here's Chris Cole.
Chris nailing the nollie backside heel flip. Talk about a new character after that win.
You know what that looks like to me, Felix? A guy who's looking to leave.
Oh, yeah.
So
I mean, he wants to ensure no one thinks that's a fluke.
A 7.5 for Chris Cole, jumping him up into first place. Ishod Wair says, let me put this down for you. Sitting in 5th place, it's been a storybook start for him thus far today.
There's that switch frontside flip.
So Ishod Wair with some solid points on the board, a 7.2 that jumps him up into 3rd place. Take one more look at it.
Coming in switch, perfect flick, catches it, and lands forward. Amazing.
Hey, you looking to deck yourself out in Street League apparel? You can shop online. Log on to shop.streetleague.com for hats, hoodies, t-shirts, and a lot more. That's shop.streetleague.com. So when we return, the rest of the attempts here in the impact section, stick around. Welcome back to the Street League Nike SB World Tour. Our monster girls are hanging on to the winning hardware. Soon that will be in the hands of take your pick, really, because we are set for a barn burner to finish out the impact section. It's Chris Cole leading the way. He's got a narrow lead over P-Rod. And I can't wait to see how this finish goes, Felix.
I mean, Cole's here ready to show you that it was not a fluke that he won, and he's ready to do it no matter who's in the building.
That's
Rookies,
right.
vets, Nyjah, whoever's in his path is gonna get slayed.
If you're
in
just
Cole's eyes.
joining us, Nyjah Huston shockingly knocked out at the top of the contest. He's not here. Here's Shane O'Neill.
Shane getting jammed up on that switch tray. He should have just gone for the switch double tray right out the bat.
So here's Luan Oliveira, who has skated so well today. He's been a lot of guy, including Felix's pick, to maybe win this thing outright.
Switch frontside flip so clean.
And there's a reason why.
And by making that, he's now starting to put pressure on these guys where they can't bail. And that's where this gets really interesting here towards the end. It's not only your make, but it's your bail
for
that's gonna
Luan
get you.
Oliveira as we take another look, jumping him all the way up into 2nd place and putting pressure on Chris Cole at that top spot. But here's Paul Rodriguez, who can take the overall lead with a basic land here, a 1.0 or better for the lead on attempt number 3.
Perfect switch tray.
That's
And
a
now-
trick he knows all too well, Felix.
And now seeing that Paul's doing a switch tray is all the more reason why Shane should have just gone with
Yep.
the switch double tray.
An 8.1 for Paul Rodriguez. As we see that one more time, we have a new leader.
Now Paul normally skates with his right foot forward. He's coming in with his left foot forward there, thus making it switch. Perfect switch tray.
So here is Sean Malto, looking for his first win in a couple of seasons. He's sitting in 6th right now. Unable to land it, and that is his 3rd straight bail.
Now
Felix.
he's done some of those so perfect today
Yeah.
and then had such a hard time with them. It's really tough to see sometimes.
So here's Chris Cole skating with a new confidence.
That bail right there may have cost Chris Cole the event.
You think so? Right
I mean,
there.
He's allotted to bail. I mean, allowed? Something like that.
Yeah.
He can bail.
Yeah.
That could be the giveaway.
Interesting.
Definitely can't have another one.
Ishod Wair with his 2nd bail. You're right. You're right. It's important to get those first few tricks on. Is P-Rod going to let off the gas, or does he see an opening now? Here's Shane O'Neill sitting in 5th.
Switched it up to a switch big spin. I think he has those bails riding with him in his head. Just lost that level of confidence that it takes to win one of these.
3 straight misses for Shane O'Neill. Here's Luan Oliveira. He could take the lead with an 8.0 or better.
Now you want to talk about level of confidence. Wow, just blasted into the
I think his
Jumbotron
head hit
almost.
the Jumbotron.
man.
A preview of what's to come. So here's Paul Rodriguez in search of that first win for the 2013 season, looking for that second win of his SLS career. He is in the driver's seat, in the top spot. He's got 3 straight makes.
With another make right here, Paul has a lot of insurance. Oh, no, that one's not going to do it. Now, this is where the bails, it's funny because the makes create just as much of intensity as the bails do. Those 3 bails right there has just tightened this contest back up again.
You're absolutely right. How will Malto respond to the pressure? Yet to land a trick.
Misses the hard flip again.
This hard flip.
He's jumped in front of it. He's jumped behind it. It's gotten jammed up on him. It's
So here's Chris Cole on attempt number 4. A 7.3 or better puts him in the lead.
Cole back to back. Could it be?
Massive for Chris Cole as he looks to leapfrog Paul Rodriguez. And he does just that, an 8.5, a new section high in the impact section here today. Take another look.
Now Paul. Chris is coming in backwards here. Frontside half cab kickflip. He's turning blindside over his shoulder and landing forwards.
So
Executed
big.
perfectly.
So big. Chris Cole looking for that second straight victory.
Now
So
our
here-
story was all about his shot earlier. He's
That's
faded
right.
a little bit. He really has to come up with some big stuff here.
A 9 in the flow, a 9 in the control. Hasn't scored nearly as well in the impact.
Perfect Caballero, named after Steve Caballero. It's a fakie to fakie 360.
So he did have a 7.2. That's a 6.8, and that does jump him up into 3rd place, making things very interesting. Here's Shane O'Neill. Because of 3 misses, he can only chip away. The best he could do right now on his 5th attempt is up to 3rd place.
There's that double switch tray.
He's
Now
got
that's
it, though. He's
that's a-
got it, Felix.
It's a 360 flip and a double kick flip at the same time and switch stand.
That's the Magna Carta Holy Grail right there.
100% 9 right there, plus.
Here's Luan Oliveira sitting in 4th.
Now Luan needs 2 makes, because that one's not going to be over a 9. So he needs 2 makes, and he needs a couple bails from the guys to get back on top.
Not a clean landing, but still an 8.1, jumping him up into 2nd place. Take another look, Felix. This thing's getting really hot.
He was so high at the impact when he landed, tossed him forward a little bit, but he was able to negotiate and stay on there. He's like, oh my goodness.
He knows what's at stake. Luan Oliveira wants this win,
But
this first win badly.
The most important thing is he put Chris Cole in a position of must make.
That's right. So here's Paul Rodriguez all of a sudden in 3rd place. He's got 1 bail, just land a trick, and he regains the lead.
Frontside big spin heel, gets away from Paul, doesn't shove it out in front of him enough.
Wow.
Things are really getting tight here.
A really interesting play there from P-Rod, Felix, as he's unable to land that trick.
That's one of the newer tricks in his arsenal right here. There it is. That's going to be a big score. It's way cleaner than Luan's.
5th time is a charm for Sean Malto. He talks to his board in 8.5 and says, why couldn't you do that for me, I don't know, 4 attempts ago? Might be too little too late for Sean Malto as we take another look.
Perfect hard flip off that kicker.
Great view there of the hard flip. Jumps him up into 5th place. So here is your current leader up next, Chris Cole. He's only got 1 bail. A solid score here would be great insurance.
I think Cole should go for the back 3 flip here, 2 times in a row. Switch frontside flip insurance.
Such a smart play.
Going to be in the 7 area.
It's a smart play on his 5th attempt. He's still got 1 more. Keep building that lead, a 7.0. It replaces that 0.
Puts Luan against the wall. He needs an 8 or greater.
Keeps him in the lead. As we look at this one more time, Chris Cole skating so well today.
Perfect switch frontside flip.
He wants to go back-to-back in the worst way. So here's Ishod Wair, giving him his props. Ishod sitting in 4th, and he can chip away as well. A 7.4 or better would actually jump Ishod Wair.
He's doing some math right there.
up
Look at him
into
scratching
second
his
place.
chin.
Well, that's the beauty of this ISX instant scoring. The skaters see exactly what they need. Here's Ishod.
Oh, big 360 flip.
Ishod says, don't forget about me.
7.8 for
A
Ishod.
7.8, jumping him all the way up into second place, and now he's potentially looking at the lead on his next attempt. Check this out.
Boom! The best performance we've seen from Ishod in Street League history.
You pinned it, man. The best we've seen of Ishod. And really a preview of what's to come from this
I was
kid.
about to say the same exact thing. It's a little look, a little glimmer.
So Felix, the time is now. The Rose Garden feels it. I hope you do too. It's time for the 6th and final attempts here in the impact section.
This has got to be big right here.
So it's Chris Cole in the lead. A pretty sizable one at that, but there's a couple of guys at the shot of overtaking it. Ishod Wair and Luan, Oliveira, P-Rod right behind him. So it comes down to this. Shane O'Neill cannot take the lead. The best he can do at this point is a 5th place finish. Would need a 2.6 or better.
Switch double trade
Oh
flip.
my God!
Definite 9+. Blows the roof off the arena.
What did we say before?
Man, I wish you would have done that so much sooner. 9.9.
9.9! Felix,
Unbelievable.
that ties the highest score ever in the history of Street League. Magna Carta,
Man.
Holy Grail,
He should
get
have
out of
so much
town.
sooner.
A 9.9 for Shane O'Neill, do you believe it?
Permigrin, look at this. The board rotates 360 degrees. It flips 360 degrees. Actually, 720. I can't even do this much math. And it's switch stance. So there you go, 360 rotation, 720 rotation, flipping, and landing fakie. Look at Luan just confused.
Shane O'Neill ties the highest score ever.
Got some Shane stuff right there.
A 9.9. Only Nyjah Huston is the only other guy to achieve it. A 9.9, the highest of the season. Unbelievable. It's too bad he couldn't vie for the win, but he'll take that. Luan Oliveira can take the lead.
Switch 360, not perfect.
He needed an 8.2 to take the overall lead.
I would have gone with the switch big heel flip.
Interesting trick choice of 4.9. It does jump him up into second place. So here's Paul Rodriguez, Felix. He needs an 8.4 or better to take the lead. Eerily similar to where he was a couple of weeks ago in Munich.
Oh yeah, it's him and Cole.
Are those demons still there? We'll find out. P-Rod's 6th and final attempt.
Does he take it back? Frontside big spin heel stuffed!
He does just stop, Felix.
Do you see the face of relief as his eyes close?
Needed an 8.4. He gets an 8.8. We have a new leader.
And he's like, Cole, you gonna come get it? Because I'm not gonna give it to you.
This is what Street League is all about. Paul Rodriguez,
Look at Paul.
as we take another look.
Frontside big spin heel flip to perfection.
P-Rod jumps back into the lead. Chris Cole
Like I said, he's not gonna
just
give it
got
away.
knocked off and has got to give him love.
Is Cole gonna take it?
So P-Rod takes the overall lead. Here's Sean Malto, the best he can do, a 5th place finish, would need a 7.5 or better. We'll see if he can land on top here.
Oh, no, the heel flip got so sideways on him, he couldn't pull it back straight.
That one was massive.
Put your hands together for Sean Malto at home.
So Felix, it boils down to this.
We call this a Street League finish.
Final trick attempt for Chris Cole.
He just took a point at Paul right now.
This is for the lead. It's a 7.1 or better.
Oh, and it gets away.
He's unable to do it.
Paul Rodriguez in his second hometown.
But wait,
Can Ishod Wair catch him?
Ishod Wair still has one final crack at the top spot. Ishod needs an 8.2 or better.
Ishod is posted up there doing some math, trying to figure out what trick to do.
I don't think
like, "What do you think I
everyone
should do?"
realizes this. Ishod Wair can win it outright, an 8.2 or better. Can he knock off P-Rod? The fans in Portland are on their feet.
Cab flip, backside 3 flip.
Oh! That would have been it right there.
And with that, Paul Rodriguez secures his second ever Street League victory, his first of the 2013 season.
Congratulations, P-Rod. Congratulations, Ishod, Cole, Luan, Shane, Sean, Torey, Nyjah, everybody.
This is what Street League is all about. One of the best finishes of all time. And Paul Rodriguez, on his final attempt, is able to take the win.
You never know what the ending's gonna be, but you can always ensure it's gonna be an exciting one.
When we come back, we talk to Paul Rodriguez. Stick around. SB World Tour is presented by Nike Skateboarding and brought to you in part by GoPro, the world's most versatile camera, and by the Street League online store. Get exclusive Street League merchandise at shop.streetleague.com. ESPN's exclusive coverage of the X Games at 9 begins Thursday at 9. Witness the most daring skateboard and Moto X tricks on earth. X Games Los Angeles, Thursday at 9 on ESPN and also live on Watch ESPN. Well, an epic battle ensued, Felix, and these are the final results. Paul Rodriguez getting the second victory of his career on his last trick attempt. Unbelievable.
What a shootout.
Well, let's go down to Jordan Whitley, who's on the course with the newly minted winner, Paul Rodriguez.
Paul, this was one of the most unpredictable contests. You won with your final trick. You had to wait for 2 other guys. You went through all that, but you got your first win of the season. How do you describe this moment?
Thank you, God. That's all I can say. Oh my gosh, it's an insane moment. I'm so grateful, so thankful. All these amazing skateboarders who we kept at each other's necks the whole time. No one knew who it was gonna be. It was just a fight to the death, to the end. So I can't believe I'm the one. Thank you, God.
And it was a fight, and Chris Cole adopted your belief in your abilities, and he won, and then now you stuck to it. How much of a game changer is that kind of mindset coming in?
I mean, stuff like this, with guys who skate at this level, it's all about the mindset. That's the only difference. Everybody can do all these tricks without thinking about it, but then it's just adding that mentality to really get you through those nerves,
Well, congratulations. You got a lot of celebrating ahead. Guys, we're going to send things back to you.
Thank you, Jordan, and Paul Rodriguez going to celebrate for sure.
Definitely a big celebration there for the BCE, Paul Rodriguez.
Let's check out the Monster Highest Score Trick Award, and how about a 9.9?
Wow, such perfection there. If that's not a 10, I don't know what is.
Maybe the heaviest trick we've ever seen in the history of Street League, ties the highest score ever recorded.
Maybe the judging meters were jammed and you just couldn't push a 10.
That's your Monster HST Award winner. So this is the overall season standings after 5 events. P-Rod with his golden ticket advancing automatically to the championship, joining Chris Cole and Nyjah Huston. The top 8, remember, will move on to the Super Crown World Championships. Make sure to join us. StreetLeague.com, Diamond Life After Party, Best Trick Skate Jam Session. Right after this, you don't want to miss it. Make sure to join our next telecast, Street League at X Games Los Angeles, August 3rd on ESPN2. Thanks for watching.